Well, hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf. I hope I find you well. Well, this box here, I bought this, paid £15 for it. I bought it at one of the train fairs. And inside are a number of coaches. Let me just open it up. And it says for restoration. I mean, to be fair, a lot of them, they're pretty damaged. But I thought what I'll do today is go through these and, yeah, clean up a couple of them, the more reasonable ones. I mean, that's not too bad at all. Just with a good clean on there, I think that'll come up lovely. And then I've got some plans for a few of the other ones. That one's got no windows in. But let me lift them out. Let's go through them. Let's have a look what we've got here and see if any of these are salvageable. And then we'll go through and, yeah, as I say, try and clean a few up, try and repair a few. This one, for example, no wheels on it. But wouldn't that make a fantastic clubhouse or something for, you know, sitting on the railway? But we'll come back to that one in a moment. Let's get them out of the box and let's have a look what we've got. Right, we'll just start with the set of carriages, which are in not too bad condition, to be fair. What I'm going to do is pop the roofs off of all of these. This one's got some lights inside. I'm going to get rid of these. I did take this one over to the track just to check the lights weren't working, and they're not. So I'll cut all this out of here. I'm going to cut these bulbs out as well, because these are the old, look like the old trying bulbs, which are useful to have if they're working. So I shall just cut those out quickly. That's one. That's knackered anyway. Right, that's broken anyway. Right, I'll pop those up out of the way. Right, that's that roof off, and I'm just going to just chop away underneath here, because these are stopping the carriage from moving. So get rid of these old. This is just where somebody's putting the pickups on there, stopping the carriage from actually moving. And yeah, get rid of those wires. Okay, that's those two roofs. This one's actually got a screw in by the look of it. So let's undo that. And final one, it's got a screw in it as well. Right, I'm going to take these outside. I've got some grey paint. I'm just going to dust them over, repaint the roofs, and then we'll come back in and yeah, glue some acetate in for the windows, and reglaze the two without glass, and then glue in all of the seats. And yeah, hopefully that'll be that set all ready to go. Right, let's just lift all these bits out, lifting the interiors out of the coaches. Okay, that piece of acetate either side there, and let's get these interiors out. And I'm going to take these through and give them a good clean with soapy water. Right, let's go and give these a clean. Let's get some glazing cut out for these. Slide this in there. Okay. Check that for size. Perfect. Yeah, that's absolutely spot on. Okay, that's all the glass cut out. Now what I wanted to do is just open these up, put a washer in just to lift the bogies slightly off the chassis, because they're getting caught and they're going to derail on corners. Right, washer's not big enough. Right, so I just put a larger washer on there. That one's a little bit larger, so we've got a slightly smaller one. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and let's put that one screw back in. I'm going to put the screwdriver. There we go, it's not getting caught on the body now. Much better. Right, we'll put some glazing at the ends. So let's just cut a piece off of here. Just check that fits, not quite. Little trim. Just remove the white coating off of here and a little bit of glue. Too much glue in there. Okay, ooh, not quite. That's that one done. A little bit of glazing on this one. Change my glasses. Right, time for the side glazing. Now, some of these have actually got the pegs in to hold the side glazing in place, but I'm still going to add a little bit of glue on there. Just going to make sure that that's going to go low enough. I need to trim a tiny bit off this end. So the roof does have a slight recess on it, so I need to make sure that the glazing is low enough that it's not going to stop the roof fitting. Because once these are glued in, they'll be an absolute pain to cut. That's okay, that's fine. Remove the plastic from this side. Right, and then I just want to put a little bit of glue, not too much, just enough to make sure it doesn't slide out or move away. Perfect. That's the glazing in there. Next one. Again, I'll just do a very quick dry fit. I think I want to remove a tiny bit more material from this end. Okay. Right, that's that one fully glazed. Okay, let's go on to this one. Right, so this one doesn't have the pegs in there, so it's not going to be quite so straightforward. It still shouldn't be too much of a problem. So the glue I'm using, I'm just super glue, nothing too special. I buy this from Toolstation, get a nice big tub of it for about 3 or 4 quid. Comes with an activator. Now don't use the activator if you're using clear plastic because it will frost it. Yeah, it works really well, glues most things, and as those who watch the channel know that I use it for absolutely everything. Right, let's get that into there, and just allow that to set. That's that one done. Right, that's the glazing in. Okay, interiors. So looking at these interiors, some of these are a little bit questionable. Yeah, right, what we got here? So that needs to be glued back in. Do that first of all. Now, what was in over here? Right, we've got some reasonable interiors here out of this coach. This was another one that was in the box. So let's see if we can reuse the tables. Right, also fixing there. Let's do this one first. So what have we got? That will fit in there quite nicely. I'm just going to need to cut off. Oh no, that's okay. And at this end, that will go in here better. In there, and that in there. That fits in there quite nicely, actually. That's in there, that in there. That interior back into here. Nope. one. That's that interior done. Where can this one go? Let's pop this one in here, if it will fit. Yep. And come back to this one can go in here. Right, that'll do. That one go in. No, leave that one out. Okay, that's the interiors in. Nothing too special. Let's go and get the roof. See how they dried. Right, that's that one. Let's slide that on. Well, there you go. A set of coaches from a scrap bin. The roof. All I did with this is I just dusted it over grey, then a very, very light dusting of black just to give it this mottled effect. And yeah, full set of coaches there with the glazing back in. The interiors, because it's so dark inside, you can't really see them. And yeah, back on the rails. So that's those done. I'm going to put those to one side. I'm quite pleased with those. They're not bad at all. I'll give those a run in a little bit, and let's turn our attention to these scrap ones. So I've got 3 of these coaches that have seen better days. I think that one may clean up quite nicely with some new glazing in it. So I'll pop that one to one side. These two, these are the old sort of paletoy ones with no, you know, single moulding type affairs. They've got broken roofs on them. So I think those two are the ones that I'm going to try and weather. So let's take the roofs off. I'm going to go and exactly the same, give these a dust over with the grey paint. I'll do this one while I'm out there. If the roof will come off, it's been glued on by the look of it. Yeah, this one's well and truly glued on. That's a shame. Let's see if I can lever it off. Not doing too much damage. Right, I'm going to mask that one and do the roof on it. Right, that'll do. Don't want to do too much to these. Right, let's go and spray these roofs and yeah, think about how to weather these. Right, well, this one I've dusted it over with some sort of khaki paint and a little bit of green on the roof. Now I'm not convinced that it's worked to make it look weathered, so I'm not going to do these ones because I'm not I'll see what this looks like when I've finished it, and yeah, maybe decide to do these the same, but yeah, not convinced that's gone particularly well. What I'm going to do is the old windows that came out the carriages that you see here, I'm just going to glue these back in to these rough carriages, and you'll see what I'm going to do with those in a moment. So again, back to the glue, and let's just glue these windows in. Okay, that's those done, so let's pop the roof back on. That's that one on that side. Yeah, this roof's quite badly damaged. But that won't matter, not for what we're doing. Put that one on. Okay. Now, on my search the other day on the internet, I came across this company called Screen Print Digital. They're actually on eBay. I found these on eBay, and these are printed onto vinyl, and as you can see, there's a sheet of graffiti, and yeah, this is what I thought I would try on these wagons. So yeah, let's give it a go and see what these look like. Hence the weathering, and hence not worrying about too much how they look. These aren't coming off though. They are supposed to be pre-cut. So let's get this one off. Ah yeah, it's coming. It is coming. It's just caught a little bit round the edges. And I think we shall start with this one down the side here. Is that going to go? This one's quite large. Wondering whether it'd be better suited to this on here like this. They are actually rather good fun. A sheet of stickers, I think, was about £9. And when you consider I paid £15 for all of the carriages at one of the train fairs. I forget which one it was now. I think it might have been down at Chatham last year. I picked up the box and the guy said £15 for the box. I looked at them and I thought, well, what can I do with them? And I thought, well, about to think of something. And I'd seen a couple of these in there, and I thought I'd make those in. Those would be something, you know, something I could make into some kind of coach. But then with these other coaches, I wondered what to do with them, and I thought, well, after seeing these could actually be pretty cool on here. Not bad, you know. That was a bit big, I think. I think this one's better suited to the smaller one. That's not too bad. Something a little bit different. Let's have a look at this one. See what these look like on here. Right, well I have decided to actually spray the other red carriage with some paint just to bring the colours down a little bit, because that does look a little bit plasticky. So leave that to one side for a moment. Let's turn our attention to the Royal Mail coach. This one's broken bogey on here, so I've got some replacement bogies. They're not the correct ones, but they're close enough. I mean, they're gonna fit, I think. So first thing is, let's get it apart, because I want to give it a clean. It's in a little bit of a sorry state, this one. Get the lid off of it. And again, we'll give the roof a nice little paint. Windows could do with a clean. Look at the grime on there from all the years of rubbish. So mechanism's working, which is always good to see. We've got the doors working on that side, and also the parcel collection is working on the other side. Yeah, all in there, all working, so I'm not going to do too much with that. I think basically just get these bogies off, put the new ones on, give it a good clean the glass off, paint the roof, and leave this as is. I'm not going to put any graffiti on this one. Just clean it up, get it running, put it back on the track. So let's get these bogies off. Where's my... I'll have to lift this out to get to the other side of the... Right, that can come out, because that's well broken. Right, that's out. Right, that one's out of there. They're going to go on there lovely. Be absolutely fine on there. Let's get this one out on this side. Similar thing, just hack away until the pot rivet's gone. Right, that's that out. Okay, let's have another look at this. So, put that to one side and get these bogies mounted onto here. Right, I'm just going to replace the couplings at either end of these new bogies. Same we can go into, but let's see if we can just lever these pot rivets out. Right, that's that one gone. Do the same on this one. I'm actually going to glue the new couplings back in. Well, actually, I might have a pot rivet that will fit. Let's have a look. I will get a rivet to go through these, but yeah, it's not something I've got to hand at the moment. And just to complete the video, I'm going to use the super glue on here. Wouldn't normally do this. Normally try and get them put back on properly, but right, go and give this a clean, spray the roof, give this glass a clean, and then come back and reassemble. Right, I'm just playing around trying to get these bogies back on. That can go on there, that can go on there, and then we're going to use some thread lock to stop them coming back off again. So we're going to use some, there it goes. That's that end done, and the other end. And go through there. Put my bogey on, bit of thread lock, a washer, and fixing. There we go. Okay, mechanism. How did this go together? I didn't actually look, which would have been a good idea. Okay, first things first, make sure I get this around the right way. So this goes on this side. Right, I have got it wrong. So on the mechanism in here, right, on the end of these arms is a slot, and the mechanism needs to pass through them. So let's try again. That goes on that side. That definitely goes on that side. And as I say, there's a slot on the end of these arms that lift up, that both of these need to pass through before this then drops into the body like so. This side's not in yet. That's one, that's two. Okay, and now the levers should lift, and they're working lovely. Tiny bit of oil on the mechanism inside and slide a bit here, and that should get those moving perfectly. Right, that's all done. Now I didn't actually paint the roof on this one because it's in such lovely condition, and look how the glass has come up. It's almost new. So yeah, quite pleased with that as well. So we slide the glass in, we put the roof back on, and then I need to find the screw, which just to screw this all back together, and yeah, that's the whole thing working. And then the screw needs to go back in, and that, as they say, is that. So that's the Royal Mail coach back together and working. So another coach back on the rails. Let's pop that to one side, and let's move on to these two. Right, now what am I going to do with these? So what I want to do is I'm going to paint up the roof on them. I have got 3 coaches. 2 of them have steps. This one has a lot of overspray on it, so I'm going to pop that one to one side, and I think all I'm going to do with these is clean them, respray the roofs, glaze them, and these will become well, what I want to make them is a little thing above the door that says something or other model club, and basically make them into clubhouses. You know, you see a lot of you do see a lot of model railway clubs around the country using old carriages as their clubhouses. So why not have one on the railway? Let's have a look at this final carriage. So this one is not in too bad a condition. I think what I'd like to do with this, when the roof come off, let's see if we can get the roof out. And I'm kind of thinking this is not in too bad a condition. It's the Southern Railways on the side. Just give the roof a little dust over. Change the bogies for something with a coupling on there. Oh yeah, not too bright in terms of how it's all held together. Let's get the roof done. I'll come back to that in a moment. I'm not going to respray those, I'm just going to clean them. I'm going to reglaze them. Let's get that roof. Doesn't look too bad. I'm going to leave that one because I've already sprayed it. Take these two, clean them, get them out sprayed, and I'll be back in a moment. So off camera I've found another couple of bogies for this coach. What I'm actually going to do is take these two off. I'm going to drop those onto this coach so that one of my sort of clubhouses that I'm making is actually sitting on a pair of bogies. Obviously these have got no connectors or coupling, sorry, at either end, so I'm just going to replace these straight over with the ones I've got here. So let's get these drilled out. Right, that's those done. While I'm here, just going to drop these onto this axle here. Tighten, put these back on. As these aren't going around the track, I'm not overly worried about how tight they go. I'll just put them on. That's that one. And this end, that's that one. So, that's now ready for a roof. That's right, I'm going to need to modify the roof slightly on that one, because what I've done is pulled the glass right up to the end so the roof won't go on. Right, that should do it. Right, so that's one of my clubhouses complete. May put a little bit of glue on that roof just to hold that on. Go and get the roof to the other one in a moment. Let's get the sides of this carriage put back on. These don't look too bad. I mean, I know it's gloss paint on here, but I think you know, given how the carriage looks, I think just leave as well as is. Doesn't look too bad. It's got Southern Railways written on the top of it. So right, let's go and get the roof, pop this one back on, and we're nearly there. Right, finishing touches on this one. Let's get the roof back on, and that should hold the sides on. That goes down through there. Right, that's screwed back together. That doesn't look too bad at all. It's another coach done. The roof onto my clubhouse. Let's see if we can get this on here. Oh, it's slightly too long, that one. How strange. Maybe it's yeah, what's happened there? That does not want to go back on. Put it round the wrong way. This one goes on there. This one goes on there. Okay, there's one clubhouse done with the glazing. Need a sign to go over the top that says clubhouse, and then this one will have clubhouse, but also with a gantry along the front of it to get in. So that's complete. So that's those two done. Pop this to one side. Just making sure the roof's on that one. That's done. That's done. And just need to put the graffiti on the sides of this one. Well, this final carriage, it's got Didcot written on the side. What I've done is I've just painted the roof. You can see I've just touched that in with grey, and then I added these little buffers at the end here that I had in, well, it's not really the scrap box, it's in my spares box. Chuck those buffers in either end, just completes this one. Really good condition actually, it's not bad at all. A couple of little marks on it, but nothing too major. So that leaves this final carriage without a roof. So this one will go in the scrap bin, and yeah, should I ever find a lid to it, I can come back to that one in the future. So anyway, let's wrap this video up. I'm going to go over to the railway, just walk through all the carriages that I've done today, and yeah, maybe run some of those behind an engine. Well, let's sum up this video. So for a £15 box of carriages, what have I ended up with? So starting at the top here, rail motor. I think it's some sort of rail motor, I'm not quite sure actually, but put the buffers on there. Now I did actually have those, they're probably £2 or £3 for a set of those, so I spent £2 or £3 on that. Probably is only worth about £2 or £3, but it's now a running loco, looking pretty good, and can go back on the rails. I've ended up with 2 clubhouses. Now, I was going to do these in this video, but I'm going to save those for a future video. I'm going to get some names made for the top of it, something or other clubhouse. This one will have a gantry down the front. This one will be down on the base of the railway, again with the same name on there, but I'll save those for another video. This coach, I did put new bogies on here. These are ones I had in the scrap bin with the yellow paint on there. They're already painted, and then all I've done is just dusted the roof in. I haven't repainted the sides. That looks pretty good. It's not going to be a nice little runner. Over here I've got my graffiti locos. So this one, I've gone on a little bit further than as you saw in the video. So I've given it a little bit of a patina with some paint, and I've added some grass on here. You can see some moss growing, and yeah, some dirt around the windows. So I don't think that looks too bad. It's not the best I've done, but it's definitely not the worst. And I've done the same with the red one there as well. This one I've left clean at the moment because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but it does look rather good with the stickers on there. The Royal Mail coach, got this all operating, works perfectly well. I mean, it's a little bit tatty and a little bit old, but yeah, got that running, and I did put new bogies on there, again out the scrap bin. So always hang on to any scraps that you've got, because you never know when you might need them. And then finally, the set of 4 coaches, which has kind of made it all worthwhile. Come out really, really nice. They're lovely little runners. I've had them going around the track and no problems with them, so really quite pleased with those. So in all, for £15, you know, I've not really spent anything on them. Bits I already had, and I think I've done all right, to be honest. And I've still got another bit of scrap to go in the scrap bin. So yeah, anyway, if that was of interest, oh, I didn't mention, obviously I did buy these stickers. They were a little bit expensive. They were about £10 for the sheet, if I remember rightly, these graffiti stickers. So I did actually spend some money there, but everything else I think I pretty much had in the scrap bin or around me. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and as always, please check out the channel. Lots on there. If you can subscribe, you'd be doing me a really big favour. It really does help me out, helps the channel out, and helps with the algorithm. And yeah, we'll leave this one there, and I'll just say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.